absolutely cacked my pants. People might think I've lost my mind, like, what do you mean triangle station? The station that was triangle shaped, the station for triangles? Because you are awesome. So I'm not sure about these stones here. I think they may have been a later edition. Wowzer. This place here, man. It's like a graveyard on Cybertron. Something else down here, mate. Let me show you. Hey guys, we're here. We're always here. Right. So I'm not sure about these stones here. I think they may have been a later edition. If there'd have been a railway line here, you know, you wouldn't want people coming that way. But you have this knackered old bridge here. It looks like it went way down to there. Way down to where Caldervale Skipper is now. So is that a little train station, a little stop-off point? And then people must have got on and off here because you're going over the top of the trains. Because again, you don't want to walk in front of them. And yeah, underground just ain't an option. So what was here? Was there a station? Does that go up there, up on that path that you can just see? Up to Norland? Is there somewhere in between that I've not discovered yet? There must have been something here, right? I know we've been here a few times, and it is a great place for a dog to have a run off. As knackered as that bridge is, and I mean, let's see how I'm looking when I'm 150 years older. That bridge was there for a reason. There must have been a station, there must have been a stop-off point. Very close. Hey up guys, we're here. We're always here. What I'm going to do today is have a bit of a wander on this rail line here. I'll just pose the question about that bridge in background that you can possibly just see. But what I'm wanting to do is have a walk on here and do a bit more, trying to understand a little bit more about Triangle train station. And obviously, if you have any memories of it. I think it closed down in the 30s, or was it 60s? I can't remember. But if you know anything about it, then let me know. If you remember it, because even though it closed down at such a point, it might not have got torn down until several years later. Yeah, there's definitely another tree fell over again. I mean, maybe we've got Sasquatch down here. I seriously doubt that. Like I say, it's probably, with all these storms we've had, Storm Bert, Storm Dara, God knows how many others. Like I say, I've not been here for a while. Then again, it's definitely been chopped down. So is that part of some random vandalism? Or is it some sort of management going on? Right, what me and Doggy should have done is wander up there, but we didn't. We can get up there further on. And always, no matter whatever you do when you're watching these videos, please don't forget to subscribe. Really, really helps this channel. And it would mean the world to me. I'm so very close to 1,800 the last time I looked. By the time I've edited it, that may have changed. But if you could just give me a subscribe, that would be amazing. This channel's nicely still bouncing up, just at a nice steady level. Not gone boom, but you know, doing better than I thought I would do. So yeah, that little subscribe button, wherever it is, I can't remember. Don't forget to hit that notification bell as well. Then when you're subscribed, you'll get notified every time I upload a video. And I'm uploading several times a week. And then we have another bridge here. Obviously again going over the old railway line. But yeah, that's the bridge we've just been under. If you walk across, you can see it went up there. Now, I don't know about this side path here. This was put in since it's become this little walkway. Certainly the bridge went up there. And you can see it curves around. Maybe we'll take a walk up there one day. But it goes down there. And way down there at the bottom, I don't know if you can see through the trees, but there is old mills down there. In fact, you know what? We've been on that way many times. So let's have a walk down here, because there was a little while ago I came down with the dog and we're going to have an explore of this these old mills down at bottom. But they were like a gate, it was very obviously locked and you couldn't get that way. And they were like, fair enough. Just through there, you might just be able to make out some buildings Was it an old stockyard down here with the actually mills? Maybe he worked down here. Maybe he did an apprenticeship down here. Wowzer. This place here, man. It's like a graveyard on Cybertron. Something else down here, mate. Let me show you. Now, I can't tell you if they're in use at the moment. Like I say, it looks like a blooming graveyard on Cybertron down here. Bloody hell. Record players, an old Beamer. RHS. It's bloody crazy down here. Well, a lot of that stuff looks very familiar to me. It's my bread and butter. Bloody hell. It's really something else around here. Right. So, when I was on about there was a gate and it was very clearly no. I think that gate were not through there, sorry. It wasn't that yellow gate, but it was following it around there. So, again, we're going to just have a little wander around. Like I say, you can see the old mills, stockyard, whatever it would have been. It's now something completely different. Like I say, a lot of the things down here look very familiar. Look at these, all cobbles and all there. Or are they that old? No, they look more like the breeze blocks. Okay, right. Yeah, as we've come up this path, you can see it forks here. Forks. Fork handles. What? So yeah, up to the left must have been where Triangle Station was. I'm certainly pretty sure that's where the sheer cliff thing was. I was saying there were like a pulley on top of it. I found photos before. I'll try and stick a photo in just here. So yeah, I said pulley, but as the photos just shown, it was a bridge. You can see the bricks being placed in there to strengthen it, to give it support. And then there's a whole stone column there. Whole brick column there. I realise that as I'm talking about Triangle Station, to a lot of people, people not from Halifax or not from Sowerby Bridge in this kind of area, people might think I've lost my mind. Like, what do you mean Triangle Station? A station that was triangle shaped? A station for triangles? What the heck are you on about, old man? But no, there's a village just beyond there called Triangle. Seriously, check it out. It's a real place. I don't think that bit just back there, just there, was the station. I think the station is a little bit further on here. Again, we're going under a bridge. But there's like a house upon the left coming up, and then to the right there's a campsite, and I wonder if that was somehow the station, and I don't know. I hope I'm making this clear to you. Oh bloody hell, there's been a big load of stone or something fall down from up there. But I thought I heard something behind me just as we came through that bridge there. Is that a warning sign? Bloody hell, ghosties. I think I'll leave it in because he definitely heard it. I don't think he saw it because I were a bit pointing the camera one way and looking flabbergasted the other way. Because it was such a big heavy sound, kind of half expected a bloody gorilla or a big cat or something, but I'm not sure where it's come from and how it's come down here. If it's just eroded over time and rainy weather and whatnot. Bloody hell, that was quite scary stuff. Anyway, it appears to have stopped about there. I'm not sure now, you know. Anyway, Triangle Station, which I think was this house coming up here on the left. And then, as I say, there's a bridge. To the left is what I think might have been Triangle Station, and to the right is now a campsite. And I think they're all somehow interlinked, or something to do with the railways and whatnot. Bloody hell, that absolutely made me poo my pants. Like I say, I didn't know if it were going to be a beast or what, but bloody hell. Come on, old man. Not to worry about. But yeah, this is coming up on someone's house and through the bridge at the other end of the path. There's the house that I think may have been Triangle Station, and then the campsite that may have been part of it all. I don't know. Maybe it was another stockyard, good yard. Is up there. But I'm not sure about the campsite. I'm not sure if it's like a holiday thing or somewhere where people live. Like static caravans, that sort of thing. That ginormous crash, and that lump of stone come rolling downhill. I don't know if it were, you know, like part of a wall, or if it were a boulder or whatever. It looked like it was squarish and whatnot, and it didn't really move that far. So I'm going to say it was part of a wall. Absolutely cacked my pants. But what I think it may have been, is I think it may have been a deer, or even a stag. It got spooked by me and dog, and just went phoom. And in its runnings, it's knocked something over. But bloody hell. Talk about brown pants time, eh? I've been down here a good few times with doggy, and it's generally so quiet. You know, you'll see other folk, see hikers, you'll see dog walkers, whatever. Normal sort of things you'd expect to see. And then you get all of this sort of stuff. So it's very serene and very calm. Right, if I remember, you have to come up here and come through here. I mean, you know, depends what footwear you've got on, how you're feeling, all of those sorts of things. But just this little bit here can be boggy as hell. And this little side path here, I'll be able to get away through. We have gone past Triangle Station. If you've watched it this far, I'm sure you'll know that. And we're about to head towards Kebroyd and Ripponden. Bloody love it out here. Absolutely love it. With a small exception of the traffic from that roadway over there, Rotsell Road. You know what? I've been noisy at places. Anyway, just behind me and down is the former railway line. There's something I want to say thank you to Kev for, and that's I'm watching a video I shot in Cragvale where I absolutely missed the bloody trick about the Cragvale corners, but that just means we have to go back again. For pointing out roads like this. Maybe it wasn't quite so mangled as this is, but I think this is a former pack horse route. An horse full of goods, woolen and whatnot from farms, would come on and on and on. God knows how far. No, I am dog, not horse. And yeah, eventually, sooner or later, take you to the Peace Hall in Halifax. You just think though, way back when, how many miles were they covered in one day? Because you'd only have to go so far. I mean, there were no street lighting then, or it'd have been sparse if there was. And then you'd have to stop. I suppose you'd have inns and pubs and all sorts all over at shop, wouldn't you? So, it'd be much easier. On this one, if you can see just ahead, takes a swing down to the right and leads to Kebroyd. So, again, was that part of some old pack horse route? Bloody hell, the miles they must have covered. So yeah, as I say, obviously this newer bit leads to the bridge. Then you've got the former rail line down there. But was that a pack horse route? And did it follow down here? So we've just come from down that path there, that I reckoned was an old pack horse route. Because behind you've got Kebroyd, Triangle, all sorts of other farmland or old farm villages. But something else is interesting, mate. Now, hang on, one thing at a time. So, pack horse, well, that looks like it's enclosed land. Now, was it Was it actually farmland? Was it to do with the mills that were built later on? We'll get to that in a second. Now, I've come down here before and I've seen this this doggy here. This almost perfectly cubed piece of stone here. Well, I always thought it was stone, but today, coming past here for about the 12 millionth time, just noticed it's concrete. So it's been moulded, it's been shaped like that, which is, in one way, a little less interesting than it being a perfect piece of stone. But then, the fact that it's concrete means it were made. So why were it put down here? And again, you can see that all there, so you'd have had a steel rod through there. Somebody brought it down here. Oh no, so we don't have one on the other side. There's not one nearby. What in the hell? Because I think I saw something on YouTube once and it seemed to suggest that that's essentially a tomb, a perfect block stone. I think they call them body stones. I'm not sure. You know when you see those things pop up and you don't look and then you're like, did I really see that? And trying to investigate it, proving difficult. But yeah, so this here I'd never really thought about. It's definitely potential for farmland, or former farmland. And again, tying in with the pack horse theory and the mill that used to be way on there. Like I said in one of my other videos, the more you know, you start to look and see things again and again, and then you sort of go, well, I saw that before, so that's very similar to this. And that's kind of what my videos are. Walking around, having fun with dog, letting him have a wander, me having a look and sharing them with you, and you tell me what we're down here, or me working out what we're down here, or both of us working together, and then seeing stuff and going, ah. Because obviously, you know that there are a lot of things that we're about. No great historian, I'm no Professor Starkey or someone equally amazing like that. I'm definitely someone who's interested in history and what was here before and how it's changed and how quickly things can change. As I say, I reckon within 2 generations, if it's not written down, if nobody speaks about it. If you've made it this far, thank you. Thank you very much for watching. If there's anything you can tell me about anything that we've uncovered so far on this video, please do. Right. And then as I found out in a recent video, there used to be a mill down here. Well, that Mia kind of gave it away. As I say, not a Mia, that Weir kind of gave it away. As I say, there are a little bits I know, but then there are so many you people that are saying, right, you've got this little bit of information, and then you give me so much more. Just honestly, I can't thank you enough for that. I really cannot thank you enough for that. Please, do keep on telling me stuff. And I've got to try and put this right, because I have a terrible case of foot in mouth. This kind of stuff was lost in the early and mid 20th century. And we're already quarter way through the 21st. So I think this information is going to be getting lost, if it isn't already getting lost. While there are people about that can tell me, please do tell me. Now, me and Doggy have been over the other side of the river many times. If you follow it back from where we came, obviously cross the river and go that way. But what I'm going to say is, really, thank you very much for watching. Thank you so much. You're ace, you're proper ace. Thank you so much for supporting this channel. Thank you so much for the things you've told me. And I do get a little notification somewhere on the app that'll say such and such has commented. So yeah, thank you so very much for that. It means a heck of a lot. You really have no idea what it means that you're supporting this channel. And I'm going to say, it's good night from me and good night from him. And we'll catch you at the seaside. Ooh. yeah, I don't know if I've mentioned this before. Please subscribe, like, comment, share, hit that bell icon, but most of all, please subscribe to my channel because you are awesome. Going back to the Packhorse Road theory, thought that goes way down there and way up over. You can probably hear the river down in the background, way up past that cube stone that's probably cube concrete, and back up there.